What happens when a city known for its past starts investing in its future in a completely new way? In 2026, that question is starting to define a shift in St. Augustine as a proposed large-scale entertainment complex begins to reshape how people think about the city's next chapter. For decades, St. Augustine has been built around its history: cobblestone streets, preserved landmarks, and a tourism model centered on exploration of the past. That identity is not going anywhere, but what is changing is how the city expands beyond it. At the center of this shift is a proposed redevelopment near the former Children's Museum site, often described as a Jax-style playland concept. While still in planning stages, the vision is clear: create a multi-use environment that blends indoor and outdoor entertainment, dining, recreation, and social gathering into one cohesive destination. This is not about adding another single attraction. It is about building an experience hub, a place designed to keep people engaged for hours rather than minutes. That distinction matters. Traditional tourism in St. Augustine has largely been built around movement. Visitors walk through the historic district, visit a few sites, eat, and leave. It is effective, but it is also concentrated and somewhat time-limited. A development like this introduces a different model, one that encourages longer stays, repeat visits, and a broader range of activities in one location. The inclusion of both indoor and outdoor components is especially important in Florida's climate. Indoor spaces provide consistency during heat and rain, while outdoor areas create the open, social environments that define modern entertainment trends. This balance allows the complex to function year-round, increasing its viability as a sustained destination. It also broadens the audience. Projects like this are not designed for a single demographic. They attract families looking for activities, young professionals seeking social spaces, tourists extending their visits, and local residents who want something new within their own community. That diversity of use is what turns a project from a one-time attraction into a regular part of daily and weekly life. And when people stay longer, they spend more. That extended engagement benefits surrounding businesses, from restaurants and retail to hotels and service providers. It also shifts how locals interact with the city. Instead of leaving for entertainment options in larger nearby markets, residents gain reasons to stay local, keeping economic activity within the community. Beyond the economic layer, there is also a redevelopment story taking place. Transforming an underutilized site into a modern, multi-use destination is a form of adaptive reuse. Rather than expanding outward, the city is reinvesting in existing land, which can be both more efficient and more visually impactful. It signals progress without requiring the city to sacrifice its established character. From a broader planning perspective, this aligns with national trends toward mixed-use, experience-driven development. Cities are increasingly moving away from single-purpose projects and toward environments where people can eat, play, relax, and socialize in one place. These spaces become lifestyle destinations, not just attractions, and that distinction is what drives repeat visits and long-term success. Of course, projects of this scale do not move forward without discussion. In a city like St. Augustine, where identity is closely tied to preservation, any new development must be carefully evaluated. Traffic impact, zoning considerations, and community fit all become part of the conversation. The challenge is finding a balance between growth and preservation. Too much change risks altering the character that makes the city unique. Too little change can limit its ability to evolve with modern demands. The positioning of this proposed complex plays an important role in that balance. By placing it outside the most historically sensitive areas, the city has an opportunity to expand its entertainment footprint without disrupting its core identity. If executed thoughtfully, the development can complement the existing environment rather than compete with it. That balance is critical not just for community acceptance, but for long-term success. From a real estate standpoint, developments like this often create measurable impact. Proximity to entertainment and lifestyle amenities is a major factor in property desirability. Buyers increasingly look at what surrounds a home, not just the home itself. Access to dining, recreation, and social spaces can influence purchasing decisions, particularly among younger buyers and relocation clients. Over time, this demand can support property values in surrounding areas. Rental markets can also respond. Short-term rentals may benefit from increased tourism activity, while long-term rentals can attract residents who prioritize convenience and access to amenities. For investors, this creates multiple strategies depending on goals and timelines. The ripple effects extend beyond the immediate area as well. St. Augustine and Jacksonville operate as part of a connected regional economy. As St. Augustine expands its offerings, it strengthens its role within that system. Visitors who might have previously limited their time in the city may now extend their stays, exploring both markets and contributing to the broader region. This type of synergy becomes increasingly important as Northeast Florida continues to grow. It allows each area to develop its own identity while still supporting overall regional momentum. The introduction of a modern entertainment complex adds a new dimension to that dynamic, positioning St. Augustine as not only a historical destination, but also a place for contemporary experiences. That diversification is key to long-term sustainability. Cities that rely on a single type of attraction often face limitations as preferences change. By expanding its offerings, St. Augustine creates a more balanced tourism and lifestyle environment that can adapt over time. Looking ahead, the success of this project will depend on execution. Concept alone is not enough. The design, tenant mix, accessibility, and overall experience will determine whether it becomes a true destination or simply another development. The most successful projects of this kind create a sense of place, an environment that people return to regularly because it offers variety, convenience, and engagement. If this complex achieves that, it could become a defining feature of the city's next phase. But even at the proposal stage, it signals something important. It indicates that developers see opportunity in St. Augustine beyond its historical foundation. It reflects confidence in the city's growth and its ability to support new types of experiences. And it suggests that demand is evolving in ways that extend beyond traditional tourism. The city is not abandoning its identity, it is adding to it. History remains the anchor, but new layers are being introduced to reflect changing demographics and preferences. This evolution is a natural part of growth. Cities that adapt while preserving their core character tend to maintain relevance over time. St. Augustine's approach appears to be moving in that direction, balancing respect for the past with investment in the future. If that balance is achieved, the proposed entertainment complex could become more than just a new attraction. It could represent a shift in how the city functions, how residents engage with it, and how visitors experience it. It could extend stays, increase economic activity, and create new opportunities across multiple sectors. And most importantly, it could mark the beginning of a new chapter, one where St. Augustine continues to honor its history while embracing what comes next. I'm Luke Christmas, and it's always Christmas when you work with Christmas Homes.